I'm following a niche. I'm niching down. This is who I am. I'm just going to embrace that, and I'm going to love God and love what He put inside of me as I help you grow.
A change has come over me, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Beyond the Melody. I am Karen Marie. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. This video is going to be kind of an allow me to reintroduce myself. And I say allow me to reintroduce myself because I have been having sort of a Peter experience. And I've kind of been listening to all of the people, or I've bought into this idea that with this YouTube channel, I don't need to niche down. I just need to post about whatever I want to post about and just be merry and have a good time. I kind of been like Jonah, who was running away from his calling, and he ended up in the belly of the whale because he was running away from his calling. So I have jumped back on the niche train because, you guys, I only know one thing. I know God, and I know that I love Him, and I know I love music, and I know I love to worship Him, and music is my thing. Like, I've been doing music since I was 5 years old. I met the love of my life and married him. We've been doing music together for 31 years. But sometimes, as you all may know, whenever you go through things and whenever things happen in life and it just seems like nothing's working, you kind of become calloused. Like, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with music, or I've had one over the past, I don't know how many years, because no matter how much good we've done, no matter how many people we've helped, it just felt like it has not been coming back to us. Now, don't get me wrong in thinking that I want to be like just some famous person. I want to, like, you know, be on stages everywhere. That's not what I'm talking about. God has worked those desires out of me over the years because, quite honestly, I really don't like the music industry right now. I especially don't like the gospel music industry right now. I feel like the gospel ain't gospeling, because we are so contrary to the word of God and the purpose for which He's given us these gifts. Like, I just feel like, you know, as I look around and I see it's all about the clothes, and it's all about the hair, and it's all about dancing, and it's all about, we have lost focus on why God gave us these gifts. Like, we've lost focus on Him. He is the reason that we're doing these things. Does He want us to be able to have businesses and be able to put our music out there for people to consume and for people to be able to buy? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But I still feel like we have lost so much focus. And that has been the reason that I have kind of just been like, you know what? I don't want to do it no more. I'm just tired of it. So in my being Jonah over the last few years and just running away, something happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm always getting DMs from people, especially women in particular, asking me to help them with their music. And, you know, I kind of make excuses like, well, you know, like I just kind of, you know, I'm busy, and, you know, I work, I have a long commute to work, and, you know, I'm just so busy, and, you know, I just make up excuses. And I've been doing that pretty much for years. Like, anything that I'm doing musically now, I'm literally trying to get out of it. Like, I'm praying to God to, like, please take this away from me. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's just, it's not fulfilling to me. I'm not happy. I don't feel you in it. I just want to worship you like David in the backwoods with the sheep, where he's shepherding the sheep and nobody saw him, and he was back there singing in his heart and making melody to the Lord. That's what I do. I'm in my house and I'm singing to God all the time. That's what I do here when nobody's watching, and that's all I want to do. But it's like He keeps wooing me, and He keeps calling me, and He keeps doing, I don't know what it is that He's doing. Well, I do know, but something in particular happened a couple of weeks ago. There was a concert that was happening, and my husband and his family were singing on that concert. It was a whole bunch of artists, like a whole bunch of groups, and it was a lot of people there. And the announcer gets up, and I guess in between announcing the next artist, he has some announcements to make. And one of the announcements that he makes is that, Karen Clark does voice lessons, or Karen Clark helps singers, and, they have a studio and this, that, and my husband calls me and tells me that this is what happened. I'm like, what? Why would he say that? Like, we don't advertise these services. Like, when people come to us, we just do it, but this is not something that we're promoting. And so I start getting all these DMs. And like I said, I've been getting them, but now they're coming in. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now I got to tell these people, I'm really not doing that, but this, I can refer you to this or that or whatever. And then God was like, wait a minute. Now, you're going to miss me because you're not paying attention, and because your faith has been shaken, and you're so disgusted by the industry and by things that happen and how people have forgotten about me that you don't want to have anything to do with it. But no, ma'am, I'm not going to let you sit back and sleep on everything that I've given you. I'm not going to let you do it. So I would liken this to the experience that Jesus had with Peter. When Jesus goes to Peter and he says to Peter, launch out into the deep and cast your net for a catch. And Peter's like, okay, I've been doing this all night. We've been out here, we've been toiling, we've been throwing the net out, not getting nothing back, ain't nothing happening. I'm tired of this. I would just want to go home. I don't want to do it no more. But nonetheless, at your word, because you're telling me to do it, I'm going to go do it. And so what happens? He goes out and he casts his net out, and he catches so many fish that the boat is beginning to sink. And so he's got to call other fishermen on other ships over to come help him get all these fish before they drown, before the boat sinks and everything else. And so I kind of feel like, y'all, this is my Peter experience. And I've always had this thing in my heart that I've wanted to do, especially since we went through the pandemic. I had this idea to do a virtual choir. I was like, hey, hubby, let's do a virtual choir, and he was like, well, how are we going to do that? Like, literally, there wasn't that much information out about virtual choirs then. Like, nobody was really knowing how to do it. So we did our research and we figured out how it needed to be done. I called up maybe about 30, 40 people, emailed them, said, hey, you want to participate in a virtual choir? These were all people that I grew up in church with. They was like, yeah, let's do a virtual choir. So I started this forum, and we would have virtual rehearsals. We taught them how to record their vocals and send them to us, and their videos and send them to us. I was in charge of the videos. My husband was in charge of the music, and we'd write songs. And you guys, it was just such a fun time. And after it kind of faded out, because everybody's going back out and going back to church now. There's not any virtual stuff happening anymore. So it really wasn't that big of a deal anymore. And everybody went back to their lives and doing what they used to do. And I was like, God, but there has to be a purpose. There has to be a reason that you showed us this. You taught us this. You taught us these skills. And my husband and I have never been closer than when we were working on that virtual choir. Like, we would pull all-nighters.
The one who is holy,
The true and living God.
the true living God.
Come on, take it up.
We come to worship you. We come to give
With all of our heart,
with all of our heart,
soul,
all of our soul,
mind.
all of our might. We worship you.
Come on.
We come to worship you. We come to give praise with all of our heart,
Soul,
all of our soul,
mind.
all of our might.
We worship.
Worship you with all of our heart,
Soul,
all of our soul,
mind.
all of our might.
We worship you.
We worship you
We bless your name.
with all of our heart,
You're the Holy One.
all of our soul,
Our all in all.
all of our might.
We give you praise.
We worship you.
We wouldn't sleep. We wouldn't eat. We were just having fun, encouraging people and writing songs and singing and presenting those songs during the Sunday morning service. It was life. It was so much life. And as we were doing it, we were looking at each other like, dang, man, if we could just do this all day, every day. We'd be so happy. And I was just praying. I was like, God, like, I don't believe that you showed us this for nothing. But honestly, y'all, nothing kept happening after that. Nothing. Not just then, but even years and years before. Everything that we would do, we would put our hands on. Nothing would happen. And so I've been feeling like Peter for years. And then I became like Jonah and just start running. Whenever I hear God calling me to do something else, I'm like, nope, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to worship you over here in the house, you know, or when I'm outside doing my walk. You know, I've been singing to you. That's what we've been doing. Like, why can't we keep doing that? Don't you love me? Don't you love our relationship? I ain't ready to bring nobody else into that right now. But he's like, no. So, because women contact me a lot, I am really wanting to reach out to women and build a relationship with women. So what is this channel about? In reintroducing myself, I am Karen Marie. I am a singer and songwriter and producer, and I help women to deepen their relationship with God through music. Also, what you will find on this channel is tips on how to write more theologically sound material. We'll have Bible studies centered around music. We'll have the same kind of forum like I had with the virtual choir, where we can share our music, get help, tips, and tricks on how to, if you want to put your music out, I'll show you how to promote it, because there is a different way that you have to do it these days. The name of the game in 2024 is social media, y'all. If you don't like social media, you don't want to do this. So you may as well hang it up if you don't like social media. And some of the other things that we'll do is we'll talk about some of the hindrances that keep us from being able to write, music that is theologically sound, and write music that reaches the heart of God and doesn't focus so much on us with our capabilities and our vocals. And we'll also focus on how to present ourselves in situations where the attention is not so much on us with our wardrobe and with our hair and our lashes and all the glitz and glam, because the attention really should be on God. And I feel like that has been his heart. That is what he has been working in me. That's what I've been so passionate about. I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about him. And that's the kind of music that I write, and that's the kind of music I want to help you write. And you guys, my tagline on my YouTube channel now, worship God, write music, change lives. That's what I want to do. And those of you who want to do that, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're ready to worship God, write music, and change lives, go ahead and join this community, because it's going to be big. It's going to be huge, and it's going to be fun. I'm even looking down the road at bringing us all together at some point in one place so that we can learn from even more people. So that's all I have for today. And I'm recording this a second time because my microphone for some reason wasn't working before, so I've had to record it again. So I hope I didn't miss anything, but if I did, I may try to insert something from one of the other videos and see if it works. But that's all I have for today, you guys. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And again, I apologize to any of you who followed me because I posted an empty house tour a couple of years ago. We just built this house and I was excited about it, and I wasn't doing music then, so I just used my YouTube channel to post that experience, because a lot of people were doing that, and a lot of you subscribe to the channel because of that. A lot of you subscribe to the channel because of hair. I have locks, and I did a couple of styles with locks. We'll still be doing things like that, because again, I want to help women to present themselves in a way that takes the focus off of them when they're ministering and places it on God. So we're going to be talking about wardrobe and different things, and how when we go out equipped to present God in a way that is pleasing to him. Present God to people, introduce him to people, and to learn the difference between psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs that we sing to each other, and worship that we give to God. Now, there's a big difference, and I'm big on that. So we're going to write examples of songs that are psalms, hymns, spiritual songs, and we're going to concentrate on worship songs. So if all of that is in your heart, if you got material you think you want to share, you need help with, subscribe and follow along. And whenever I open up the community for us to be able to come together in the forum in one place, you'll know, because you'll have your notification bell on. Now, my goal is to post videos every Friday, but I may be shifting to Sundays, or I may do Fridays and Sundays, but you won't know unless you turn the notification bell on. So That's all I have for today, you guys. Again, I'm following a niche. I'm niching down. This is who I am. I'm just going to embrace that, and I'm going to love God and love what He put inside of me as I help you grow. That's all I have for today. I love you, and I will see you next time.